Okay, so Omen Gaming Hub takes up. Wow, okay. Mic check, 1, 2. Still loud. Check 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Also, we can't hear you on the thing, by the way. Kind of just all the other region.
This one. Now you should be able to hear me clearly. Also, can you please talk again? You should be much
Mic
lower
check
now.
1, 2. A little bit quieter to match you.
Are you a little quiet now?
No, I need to be a little bit quieter to match you.
Okay. Okay, there we go. Hello, Greta. Welcome. It's Tennocon time! Oh, god damn, that's a nice Garuda. Okay, let's just get right into it. Since the relay is already here, might as well go buy all the things first. There's so really nice Tennos here. That's for sure. Okay. First thing, Prime Chamber. Gimme.
Just search it. Wow, that's expensive.
Yeah, that is expensive. 3k to get for one mod.
I might have to work to get that next year.
Perhaps. Okay, priorities on Prime mods, Pyro.
Duration.
Serration. Because, like, I can't afford them all right now. Wait, there's not a Prime Serration?
I'm just double checking what the prime mods are, don't worry. There's prime pressure point you definitely need.
Oh, yeah, of course. Pressure point.
Oh, no wonder my PC is slow. It's loading up Steam. Didn't realize I didn't have that up yet.
Cryo rounds, of course.
Give me a second. We'll start with rifle mods first. So yeah, cryo rounds.
Yep.
Shred.
No?
Shreds is a daily reward one. Okay, so we'll do Warframe mods next. You have continuity and flow, I agree. Yeah.
Now I have
Okay.
continuity. I'm not able
Do you
to
have prime?
pronounce.
Do you have prime flow?
Yes.
Do you have prime continuity?
Now I do.
Right. Okay. Pistol mods. You're gonna need. You don't need pistol gambit because there's the corrupted mod for crit. You need target cracker
Yep.
and heated charge.
Yep.
Okay. Next one would be Arcwing mods. Not really needed. Arcwing arc gun mods. So Rubido lined barrel.
Rubedo?
Rubedo line, yeah.
Yeah.
Primed regen.
Regen. That's Sentinel, right? Yeah.
Yes, it's Sentinel, yes. Then you're gonna need pack leader,
Yeah.
animal instinct,
Yep.
morphic transformer,
Yep.
then now you have some prime mods that I don't have. You're gonna need the ammo mutation ones. I don't know how many there are.
Like 1.5K worth.
Okay, so you want what's the primed ammo stock? No. Okay, what's that?
You told me
you
you
might.
needed them.
Yeah, I said ammo mutations, not ammo stock.
Oh. Well. Like, I'm getting all everyone. Anyways, I just want to know what the priorities are in case I don't have like enough for them by the end of the 6 days.
But I want a couple as well. I haven't even loaded up. Let me load up. Why does that button never work?
Is that it? That is the most important ones?
Give me a second. You might as well get the shotgun ones next. So, charge cell, chilling grasp.
Chilling grasps.
Charge shell.
Charge shell. Primed Ravage, I'm guessing?
Yes, ravage and point blank.
Sweeping Serration. Also, I'm getting fire, so I'm just saying.
Yeah, I was gonna say firestorm. Because you're gonna need it for the ogress.
The Ogress. Oh, yeah, definitely.
I'm gonna just see what primed mods I don't have, and then see if I can nab a couple off you while you still got Ducats.
Hehe.
Don't forget, we can still go
50 minutes.
15 minutes. Let's go. That's when my alt tab is just. Why is the keyboard not working?
I don't know.
I can't even alt tab.
Did you break something?
Copy. There's control delete. Why isn't alt tab working now? Why is my PC issues when I don't need them?
Yeah, sounds about right. I'm gonna quickly have a look at the Pluto relay. There. Since I got most important stuff, now it's basically just waiting.
Fixes on this. Like, I'm gonna close the game in order to tab out, just so I can access everything else. Like, what the fuck is this?
I
See
went
what
from
does work.
4 Pride mods to 25 Pride mods.
Yeah. Now you gotta upgrade them all.
Uh-huh. I don't think even think I have enough to upgrade a single mod. Oh, I can max Prime Flow, but still. That's 30k. How much is this to fully
Just
upgrade any mod? Any primed?
yeah. Try and upgrade it to like 6 or 8.
Like, say if I try communicate, the one I can't pronounce. It's
Continuing this.
40,000 to max 1.
Yeah, but if you go to rank 8, rank 6 or rank 8 is either the cheaper way to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. I'll level them up as I need them.
Thank you. Now I can stop redeeming, close this piece of shit software.
Boom, boom. Bam, 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 bam.
I don't need Steam up, that can be closed now. Also, that can be closed because I've done all of the redeems on that. Oh, I have alt tab all of a sudden because I've turned off a specific software. Doesn't surprise me.
Ooh, I like this one.
Warframe. Going back to the stream.
Yeah, just chilling and waiting.
There's specific mods that I would like, primed mods that I would like.
There's like one specific cape I really want.
So the next community goal for the event on PCG, Gear puts Trico and Grovile into the spawn pool.
Oh, okay.
How long into the next Pokemon, by the way?
Yes.
Okay, you don't have the timer up for yourself.
This is the cape I want.
I need to switch. Oh, okay, that cape.
Yeah, it
You know
looks nice.
you know you can wishlist it, right? Double click double click on it, and there should be a star next to the name.
Okay.
There you go. Now, whenever you get enough crones to get Steam stuff, you can now go and buy it off your wishlist instead of trying to find it again.
I also so badly want the wings, but it's not worth it. Like the wings
Gerudo.
for the Primaxes.
Yeah.
I also like this cape.
Wow, I'm getting all the boosters today. I've got a 3-day credit booster from a giveaway, event resource booster, affinity booster, credit booster, and a resource booster.
I might actually get this just like literally now, just because it looks nice.
Now, is that the blueprint fairer? Oh, I don't need that blueprint anymore. Nice. I've saved 1,000,000 credits on crafting something.
Nice.
So instead of crafting it for 1,000,000 credits and some other things that are rare to get, I just got it for free.
Okay, it's about 5 minutes left. Jump back into the relay, and then I'm going to switch over to Twitch. Oh look, someone with a cape I want.
That visitor, what talks in riddles, she stopped me the other day. Thank me, she did, for that which I meant to do.
Oh, you need primed fulmination as well. Oh wait, that's for the pistol. Never mind.
To the boy, I do wish they had better taste in music. Skanky, is it? Sounds like a bag of hammers being fed on a flight of stairs.
So I need primed morphic transformer. and prime the Rubido barrel. I believe I need primed pack leader as well. Yeah. I believe that's the only 3 I need.
Write them down.
Oh, I missed a bloody fairy Pokemon. Okay. Oh, the Paras was a prehistoric. Okay.
Skill, bro. Every time.
Yeah, don't get smug. You scored that one, but I'm still king.
How curious. Operator, it appears as if someone is actually attempting to contact you. What was that?
Okay. We're
Was
almost
that-
there.
Oh, let's say, was Ordis talking to you in game?
20 seconds? No. Or this was not. Why?
Okay, so it was the streams.
8, 7, 6, 5,
5,
4,
4,
3, 2,
2.
1, and let's go.
The day has begun!
Oh my god, it's happening!
So it is official. There's no turning back now. You have made it safely to Tennocon 2022. This is the kickoff of the biggest day for Warframe fans, and we're starting it live right now. This is live. We'll see what chat's up to soon, but for the kickoff of today's Tenno Live, Tennocon, Tenno everything for Warframe, my name's Rebecca Ford, and I'll be walking you through the next 30 minutes to give you a little bit of a look into what we're going to be doing today, and I'm joined by none other than...
It's me, it's Megan Everett. Great to see you all. I can see you in chat. You all look great. You're excited. We're excited. Let's just really quickly address, we're obviously not in our usual streaming studio. You know, this is our 7th year doing Tennocon, which is incredible. Started off a physical event, turned into a digital event in our little studio. And this year we decided to kind of go a little bit bigger, even though it's still digital. We now have a brand new stage that we're on.
Yeah, we have a stage that we made for this year. Not us personally, an amazing team.
I mean,
or maybe it was us.
maybe
I
it
don't
was
know.
us.
We don't know.
We're pretty strong.
We don't know.
Blah, blah, blah,
But we
blah,
are
blah, blah,
excited
blah,
to
blah,
have this. We
blah.
had ambitions, you know, of doing a couple of things, maybe having some staff here, but for safety, we didn't. So it's just us with the AV
It does
crew,
look like a
our
nice
event
studio,
crew,
though. Not
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
lie.
everyone in Twitch chat.
Not
So
bad
welcome
setup for
to
the stage.
Tennocon 2022 stage. We are here.
Though
We're
it should
kicking
have
things off.
more
Now,
like
before we
Warframe
get
related
really, really
decoration,
started
if you
into
ask
things,
me.
I just wanted to remind everyone that, you know,
There's
We've
a
been
thing
making
you
this
can buy for
game
1
so
credit in the
long. Our
market
team
right
is
now.
made up of
Now
people
that
from all
the
over the
streams are.
world, many of which who come from
Which does what?
Ukraine, which, as you know, has
It's a
an ongoing
stranger's head.
humanitarian
It's
crisis.
for
So
your
we just wanted to
operator.
kick things off with a
It's a
Yeah.
limited
opportunity
time
for the
thing,
community
so
to
I'm
help
gonna buy
out.
it.
If you do !UA in chat, in Twitch chat, you can find yourself a link if you feel like giving something towards one of the many causes there to help. We would, I'm sure we would greatly appreciate it, and anything you can give helps. But just a moment to acknowledge that our team is indeed an international team of lovely human beings, and many of them are affected by this humanitarian crisis. So starting off to share that little note, and then we also will go right into another bit of donation information.
Yes, so 7th year doing Tennocon, and we have been fortunate enough to support a charity each year, one that is close to our heart. Obviously, we have a lot of people at DE, and a lot of people are affected by a lot of different things. And this year, I'm so grateful to say that we are supporting Inspire. And they have sent over just a little video to tell you guys kind of what they're about, and also just to say hi. So let's check it out.
Welcome to Tennocon 2022. My name is Sienna Vautour, and I'm the Communications and Marketing Coordinator here at Inspire. This is such an exciting partnership, and we know that it'll ignite creativity and passion for digital learning in Indigenous students across Canada. Inspire is an Indigenous national charity that invests in the education of First Nations, Inuit, and Métis people by providing bursaries, scholarships, and programming. For Indigenous students, a lack of funding is one of the biggest barriers
She
to
sounds
completing their
dead
post-secondary
inside.
education.
Mm-hmm.
Building Brighter Futures is our scholarship and bursaries program, where we supply qualified applicants with funding to help with school-related costs. Rivers to Success is free programming we offer to every Indigenous student, whether they receive funding from Inspire or not. No matter where they are in their educational journey, Rivers to Success will support students along the way with access to Indigenous resources, mentors, and career guidance. When people give to Inspire, they know that their generosity is getting directly to students. We are encouraged to see how the resilience, ingenuity,
And it's kind of obvious
and
that she's
strength of
talking from the
Indigenous
script.
students have enabled
Yeah,
them to
it's very
succeed
obvious.
despite the many obstacles placed in their way. Thank you again for helping us fulfill this important mission. Have a great event, and if you want to learn more, please visit inspire.ca.
Thank you, Sienna, and everyone over at Inspire for sending that video. If you would like to donate to Inspire, you can do !donate in Twitch chat. I know they would love it, we would love it, and thank you so much for helping us help them.
Yeah, we'll be announcing our donation during Tenno Live, which is the end of Tennocon today, but we have a whole bunch of stuff to get through. Great stuff. The best stuff you'll ever watch, I'm sure. Or your money back. It's free.
It's free.
It's free. But yeah, we have a great show planned for you today. Partially pre-recorded, partially live. This part is live if you can't tell because it's going so perfectly. No nerves,
Flawless.
no nothing.
Everything's
Everything
great.
is going. We're just very excited, and the road ahead is going to be filled with delights for those that want to watch the sound panel. That's right after this. We're going to be going into a pre-recorded panel that goes the sounds, the system.
What part are you
Marcus is hosting it
looking
this year
for
with
the
George,
most?
Eric, and Keith, and it'll be taking you through the behind-the-scenes looks of everything pertaining to Warframe sound creation. which
Be
is
the
You wore
art,
Angel
in all
Zimmerman,
honesty.
and you're going to get your first sneak peek of
Ah.
Duviri soundtrack. I couldn't
I
even
think
say the word.
I'm
I was like,
looking
wait, can I say it? Of course I can
forward
say it.
most to
Typing it only,
the
'cause
Q&A,
we're
to be
so
honest.
saying
Secrets.
Duviri out loud is a
Well,
that's a
Q&A
sponsor,
will
by the way.
give us question. Will say question. What's the next Warframe being going to be
Duviri.
primed or
Do
something like
not
that?
listen to us.
Yeah.
After the sound panel, we go into a live segment, so you'll be brought back to this stage, this ambiance with myself. I am hosting, and I'm going to be joined by the incredible Pablo, Kaz, and Matt, and we're going to dive into a whole bunch of questions that were curated from previous dev streams. I've creeped some Twitters, stuff like that, grabbed some questions, and there will be an opportunity near the end of that segment for live chat questions. So if you have anything
Yeah,
brewing,
what is live chat saying right now?
what is live chat? I see emotes, which I always love.
I got some goldfish. Someone has snacks.
Oh,
That's good.
yeah, tell us your
That's good.
snack.
Exclamation mark Tenno Live.
I love it.
We got a lot of Clem.
Of course.
Spoiler alert? Kind of.
There are some spoilers. I mean, if you haven't played the new war, heavy spoilers. Will be, some teases. We're going to tease a little bit of what you can expect for Tenno Live, maybe. But each of the panels is going to kind of take a look back at the new war, because that's kind of the last obvious thing you saw from Tenno Live last year was the new war. So we're going to dive back into that a little bit, talk about sound, talk about mocap, and some really awesome concept art. We're going to talk about Duviri, of course. Teasers for that, getting excited for that. because that is also in the art panel as well.
Yes, this is a pre-recorded panel, and it takes you through a lot of the art deep dives, some never-before-seen reveals with our art team, things we've been working on. This pre-recorded panel will delight you right after the live Q&A, and it's going to be great. It has Danielle hosting it, Jeff, Carrie, and Eric are on it, and maybe a special guest.
Maybe a special guest. You want to watch, beginning to end, as one would. And then after that is the community art show, and this is hosted by Helen and Skyers. I'm so excited for this. This is where, our hundreds of submissions from fan art all over the world came in and, selected a few, and we're going to show them all off. We're also going to show dojos. We've integrated the dojo segment into it, so we're really celebrating, in-game art that is our incredible dojos, and then outside art with digital art, cosplay props. Sorry, I hit my mic.
Fine to play it up. It's cool.
Everything's
Cosplay
fine.
dojo.
It's going to be really exciting, so definitely don't miss that. And then the big one.
Tenno Live 2022, this is our keynote finale to Tennocon. This is where we're going to have just so I don't know if we're going to be able to fit it all in an hour, but we're going to try. So we have a lot to cover. This is where you're going to learn all about the future of Warframe. We're going to have myself, Megan, I'm thinking in terms of chair organization, Scott Steve, Jeff Sheldon will be up here on stage, and we'll be talking Warframe. So if you're sitting waiting for the biggest news of the day and our live show, that'll be tonight, but there's so much to lead up to it that you don't want to miss. And maybe, you want to be a little motivated. You want to get some free stuff. So
What's the point of the
so
fish?
All of these panels sound great to you.
Or in the
Enjoy. But if you want a little something
right
to
room.
sweeten the deal, find yourself bringing home a cosmetic or a perhaps new weapon.
The fish on the
Yours.
chair.
How did they get it?
You can get it just
Oh,
for simply
I don't know.
watching. Make sure you're linked up. If you've been receiving drops, for our dev streams, prime times, or streams this year, you do not need to relink. You are good to go.
Oh yeah, Pyro, can you check
But
if the
we
drop
have
is
some
enabled?
Really awesome drops. So this is the
the moment.
Veracruz War Fan, and then also the
Oh, it
Renowned
is,
Sugato.
yeah.
You can see it attached to it.
Perfect.
That's going to be the Tennocon drop, so it's active right now until...
Can we confirm it's active right now? I'm going to look in chat and see if people are saying drops progress.
drops. Can I get a
It might
drops Yale?
Drop
yeah?
is coming from
Can
Warframe
I get a
itself
drops in
because
chat?
Can I get a drops in
watching
chat? I
this,
see bunches of
watching
yeses.
everything
Oh,
delayed
sweet.
through your
Okay,
stream
that
is a bit weird.
says this is called live.
So in order to be
Not
able
really
to
known.
react
It's
on
called
time
them.
on your
Okay.
stream, I'm
So
watching
yes, this is going to be the
Warframe
drop
itself.
for the day.
That's
Just for
fine.
watching for 30 minutes. And then Tenno Live switches over, and you're going to get yourself a Titania Prime for watching Tenno Live for 30 minutes. And if that doesn't entice you enough, live, in-game right now, in the market, for 1 credit.
A single credit.
1 single credit is the Stranger's Hood. We revealed this, I think, in our summer.
Oh yeah,
video.
the other
We've been
person
teasing
also
about
had
this,
a have
and we
a
decided to, you know what?
stuffed animal on
Self-serve.
their lap.
Why don't you
or
just
chair.
walk on over to the market and get it yourself? So on all
Black
platforms
one.
right now.
Green
so we
eyes.
Start at 12:30. It's going to be live for 48 hours, so there's a little.
We can get it then.
We can get it.
This
I can
is
go back.
why
Yeah, I
it's
see
48
it.
hours because otherwise
I can just get. I'm just kidding. For 48 hours, it's going to be in the market. It is a operator drifter cosmetic. If you haven't completed the New War or Second Dream and you don't know who those people are, perhaps you will still have it in your inventory until you complete those quests, at which then you can equip it.
Yes, it's not going anywhere. It'll be there, dormant, waiting for the
Oh.
graceful touch of the pro gamer.
Speaking of pro gamer, wouldn't it be nice?
I
to
am
have,
here. You're right.
We're
Thank
built
you.
different.
I am built different.
Wouldn't it be nice to have a custom built PC?
I would love that.
I would love that.
Oh, we have a giveaway.
Yes.
We have a giveaway.
Yes.
Oh yes, I thought you were offering me a computer.
Oh, that
It
looks
I'm
looks
excited that we
ugly as
have
hell.
made this Warframe
If it was in
themed
black, it would be
PC
better.
that will be
Yeah.
given to our first lucky winner of the day.
The
It's kind of
Twitch
got an
picker
orders
has
feel
all the
to it,
power.
which
They are
makes
going
me
to send this
hate
to
it
us, and
even
then we'll
more.
ship it to you. So it might take a hot minute to get to you. But
Screw
we are
orders.
just going to run the Twitch picker, and a lucky Twitch winner is going to win.
You thought there were pets from the
Here's
game?
where we get
I
the
mean,
ultimate test, the competitive
they could
nature
very
of
well
whose
be,
eyes are better.
but
Oh my
it's
God,
not something I
that's strong.
recognize.
Who has the better eye prescription? Oh,
Honestly, they look
I
like
think I
fish
see
that you
it.
I
fish
see a J.
in Orvalis.
Jay. Oh no.
Just two Chucky?
Could be. I've never fished there.
Charlie.
Checky, just two Checky. You have won. I am cheating. Dean is in my ear. Scandal number one. of Tennocon.
Sabotage.
No, that is the winner. Just two Checky. You have
Well-
won this amazing PC. But this is a bit of a complicated giveaway because you can't just tell us your Warframe alias. We actually need to know where you live.
Of course.
But don't just tell anyone. Just DM our Warframe Twitch channel that you're walking on right. Watching. Are you
Walking?
and
Yes,
give us
that you're
a
walking
bit
on
of
right
info there,
now.
and one of our team members will
Not
reach
as bad
out
as
to you to
Sawaring.
arrange the delivery
Ah,
of
shut
the
up,
PC that
Pyro.
you just won.
I guess I could zoom in.
Oh, I
Just
guess
too
we-
checky.
just-
Yeah.
okay, we can look at our
I
phone.
swore to God
Well,
I'm
like I
going
said,
to
I had to be in my ear. I mean, well, let's get on.
do
Congratulations,
something
because
about
we do
that soon.
have more
That
giveaways,
black
later on during
stuffy
Tenno
doesn't
Live. There might be some
look
specific-
like
That was
fish.
our warm-up one.
That was warm.
No, I don't know what it
Good.
is.
I would say that's
Doesn't look like
a
something
yeah,
from
7 out of
Warframe
10
in
test,
general.
but nevertheless,
7 out of 10. We
Oh,
have
the
much
winner
more in
was-
store.
the winner was
Event
probably 10 out
Pokemon
of 10.
in
They got 10 out of 10.
Yeah, but anyway, let's
Say
yeah,
swine
that was
up.
our first giveaway. The test went well. We have a
Griff.
lots to
Griffith,
do,
I don't
lots to
think
do.
you have
We
the
wanna see how
Safari
chat's
balls
doing
yet.
more than-
Yeah, let's check in with chat. Chat, what are your snacks? Where are you watching from?
we
I'm
wanted-
always so
You need
curious.
to
Yeah, we want
attempt
to
to
see what people are
catch to get
excited
it.
for today. We haven't streamed in a while. At least we haven't streamed together in a while. So we're just gonna get back into the
Annoying.
swing of things and see what chat has
The
to
new
say.
the new
People
mission
watching
should be
from
here
France.
soon to get more
Oh,
Safari
bonjour.
balls.
Yeah, if you
but
do get the
thought one more Safari ball now
rather
left.
put it on.
So
share a
out of
screenshot
20
with us.
balls,
I'd
I've
be
got
curious to see your
12
fashion
catches.
with it. I'm not going to say fashion frame because that would be technically
So a bit over
quite
50%.
embarrassing.
Well, it's
Turkey,
55%
Portugal,
catch rate on
Michigan.
both balls anyway.
Michigan, I'm close
Right
to
around the
good.
corner.
Yeah. I don't see the Twitch drops. Refresh, check
Yeah.
all the
Oh,
settings.
that's only
I
showing
used
you.
my
Yeah,
park
just
balls
refresh.
as
Woo!
well.
Just refresh.
And I
you
only
should
got,
see
what,
it.
2 out of
Click
the
your
3
little
of those
icon in
for
the top
those as
right,
well.
and you should see some
So,
progress.
Greetings
bit
from
under
Poland.
55%.
Dzień dobry.
Oh, dzień dobry.
Let's see how many.
Oh, we got chips in Poland. Love
Interesting.
chips. Australia.
Brazil. Very nice.
Oh, Germany.
Where else is everyone watching from?
South America. Ontario. Love
Okay.
Ontario. Boston.
Watching from Washington. Oh man, in the Bronx.
The Bronx. Popping
Yeah.
from the Bronx.
All right, what are people most excited for? Let's see what's going on in chat. Hello from India. Hello, Chile.
Chile.
I think I'm from the Philippines. You're not the only one from the Philippines. No way.
No.
Oh, what's this? Oh, from France, from England.
So
Sweden.
boring.
Everyone, all over the place.
Horse, all capitals.
Oh,
Mm.
is that
Hey,
good gun?
GG
Got it.
on the catch.
Speaking of horse, 10 alive. We're gonna have a live Duviri paradox.
We are bringing a horse
gameplay.
on this stage.
We're
which
bringing
was
a
the-
horse.
The
This-
hardest part of building the stage
It's
was
why we
making
built a
sure
stage.
it could
Wait,
fit a horse.
they were
Fit a
actually
horse.
bringing a live horse on
We
the stage.
managed to do that.
Yeah, so that's
Animal
gonna be part
cruelty.
of 10 alive. There's a lot
There's no
more in
horse.
store
PTA,
for 10
go
alive.
get them.
That is just kind of a
But
sprinkle
why?
on
Why
the
a horse?
cupcake of what 10 alive is gonna be.
Yeah, and if you've
Why not a
never,
K-drive?
Is it your first 10 alive?
yeah, why not a K drive?
7th?
Just bring a freaking hoverboard, man.
Yes. Well, maybe. So let's see if it's people's first.
Even
10
better,
alive.
bring
Some
arc
people
wings.
recognize things on the stage. I think there's one thing.
Actually
that's very
functional
obvious that
arc
might,
wings.
Be very relevant.
If only, mate.
Oh, okay.
The
Also
closest thing to a
true. This was
functional
on my
walk.
turn. I
Oh,
didn't
it's the
realize that.
catfish.
Is it for me?
I kind of wanted it. I think Jade
The
actually
orange
called it,
fish
not
is the
gonna lie.
catfish
Maybe it's
from
Julian.
Someone says dibs on this, but we do have
Plains
some
of
merch
Eidolon.
launching today as well. So
Thought
if
it was
you
a Plains of
wanted
Eidolon
to
one.
show your
You said Orb
Warframe
Vallis.
merch support. We have an incredible amount of.
Still no
things,
clue what the hell the
including
black one
a
is.
Floof Desert
Looks
Skate
like a
and
dino.
Rolla Rolla. We got floofs, we got t-shirts, we got a lamp, we got a whole
Boiler
bunch of new
roller.
merch for you to check out if that is your
Oh, he's got a little tooth.
And a new
To be honest, they are
statue,
cute.
They are, but they're.
Oh yes.
I'm guessing they're like
The tags that have their personalities. Oh, cute. Oh.
40
little
bucks
baby
each.
baby moment.
Yes, that is adorable.
Mm-hmm.
So you might get a floof that is, afraid of the
Frame.
dark, or you might get one that,
Oh,
uses viral only
Physical
builds. We'll never know.
we'll never know.
We'll never know until you tell us.
We'll never know.
Oh, someone's watching.
Canada.
Canada. Tennocon number 4 for me.
Oh, welcome, welcome.
Nice.
Obviously, we wish we could be doing a physical event again.
So the Floof Plus Collection 2, which is those two, is $60.
Yeah, exactly.
And we have to
Goddamn,
make that
man.
call. Is it going to be digital? Is it going to
And
be
that's
physical?
probably
Because
without
there's
shipping.
A lot of prep both ways, and with how everything was going at the beginning of the year.
A
just
globe
kinda
in
said,
itself
let's
is
just make it
$15
digital.
US.
Let's just call it.
Yeah, okay,
and,
that's not that bad
we were
though.
going to have a DE presence here, and unfortunately, we also had to.
A mug is
cancel that
$23.
as well, just because of what's going on. But we're back. with
Luckily,
a
there's too
digital
many
event.
mugs in this house.
Is this part of the stream where we talk about all the
Ba-dum-ts.
things that have happened in the past 10 hours, or will people not believe us?
Okay, so
Would you like
the
to know what
plushies
we've
separately
experienced?
are for $35
8
US
PM.
dollars.
We're getting ready. The build's ready for our live demo because, as you know, we do
Yeah,
a live gameplay
Bola
demo, which is what we're
Rola
ending
is the
show
black
with
one.
this year. And all of a sudden, the internet stops working. Peculiar.
Peculiar.
Rogers did go down last Friday for almost 24 hours, so we're thinking, has something horrible gone wrong? And sure enough, there was a hardware failure with our ISP, and we couldn't do anything for 6 hours. and I
The only
didn't know.
problem I had with
So,
them is
yeah,
the
but
like,
we
even
pulled
though they
together,
look
our IT
cute,
team came up
they
with
look
results
like
so we could,
something that would be
get
made of
connected
a
via
rip-off
the
brand or
means,
something.
And we managed to
And I was just
do
looking for
some
Collection
stuff,
1,
but it has
right?
been,
Collection 1,
absolutely crazy
originally
Tennocon.
priced
I can't
at
think of a
$55
time
US
where we've
dollars,
had
is now
so many
dropped to
little things just outside of our
$49.99.
control change
Wow.
the prep for Tennocon.
Yeah, I
and
think
Yeah.
that was one of the more frustrating things is like we've had issues before where like our own
That are
build
totally our
doesn't
fault.
work, totally our
We
fault.
love
Star
when we're
chart
at
map
fault.
Yeah,
It's the
poster.
best
We can
because
fix those.
you don't feel like
35
you fix your own problem, but when you're just
35
at the mercy of
We're a
you know,
fucking
the actual
poster.
hard line.
I wouldn't want a
cuts,
poster
you
to
have
remind
see
me
all
the
of a
pain
sudden
of
we're
unlocking
and we're
Steel
here,
Path
and
anyways.
hopefully everything is going well
But
so
don't
far.
get me there, because I've still
people
got to
are
finish
encouraging
Steel
people to
Path
get in game.
notes. I
Audio,
haven't
visual
completed Steel
sounds
Path
good.
notes
We're really
yet.
getting
You're like
ourselves
200
in gear
left.
to kick off
Yeah,
the
more than that
you know.
probably.
Oh, a great question in chat about the Deviri Amphitheater. So
yes.
that is going to go live at 5, basically when Tenno Live starts at 5 p.m. So if you're logging into the game, if you are a digital ticket holder and you have access to Bear Rocketeer, you're going to see the Tennocon relay, check out his wares, you know, buy whatever you'd like. But the Deviri Amphitheater itself, which will also be on Earth, its own little node, will appear around 5 p.m. Eastern Time, and you are going to want to be in that amphitheater right away. Get your spot. You're going to get, I don't know, probably roughly 20, 30 minutes to kind of run around, maybe take some screenshots. Tenno Live is going to be happening, so you know.
So yeah,
you can
Tenno
run
Live
around
is
in
actually
the Deviri
inside the
Amphitheater,
relay.
experience that.
That's
It's gonna
what
be
the
your
timer's
first
for then.
step into Deviri.
Yes, we're giving you a preview of what Deviri is going to bring.
Because,
For relative time,
5 p.m.
just
for
over
them is
4
midnight.
hours from now, the Deviri Amphitheater will be live in-game on all platforms. So at that time, you're going to go to Earth, like Megan said, and it'll be there.
Yeah,
for
okay,
you.
we're definitely going to check that
Until
out
then.
afterwards then.
You have lots to do. We have a resource booster that's
We
live.
do.
There's a whole bunch of stuff in game that you can.
Yeah, of course you have a resource
if you're
booster
interested.
live, now that no
Deviri-
one is
Deviri
actually
Amphitheater is
playing the
very
game.
important. You're going to want to be in there when Tenno Live starts, and especially when we're
Doing the live gameplay
Doing the
demo.
live
We have
gameplay
a fun, well, it's called Amphitheater, so I'm sure you can figure it out. But we have a very fun way of showing and getting an interactive component to our Tenno Live show, because we started doing this when COVID initially had us close up shop for the live event, and that was 2020, so that was 2 years ago. We did the Deimos showcase rooms, and we're just bringing more of that energy to the live performance, so you folks at home can actually feel like you're in a theater with everyone else. So we're very excited for that.
Yeah, I think the past couple of Tennocons we've done, you know, a relay and also a relay experience.
And
this
we've
year,
had some learnings from those.
last year was a bit of a rough one.
we don't claim to be without flaw, but we try.
We are
real hard.
We
and
are
we're-
but human.
Yeah, but we have a lot of measures in place since last year to make sure that this is a day where we can work through any surprises as best we can, which will be, you know, that's where the day goes from here, right? It's seeing what chat's been up to, seeing if people have any questions about things going on in game, while everyone's getting comfortable watching the panels, getting ready.
I wonder
to,
what
you know, get
happened
their
last year.
questions Ready, get ready for that end show for Tenno Live, where we're really going to be taking you through the future of Warframe in the most exciting and mind-blowing ways possible. You're going to be treated to a full hour of what we've been up to, what has been going on with Warframe since the new war launched, what can you expect. All of these and more will be at the end of the show tonight. So really, you know, and you know what, if you have to go, maybe you're going to get called, it's a Saturday, one of your friends has good weather and you got to go, you know, out. I don't know, can't relate, but it'll be on YouTube after, so, you know. We'd love for you to be there, but there will, of course, be an upload after of the show in case you miss it. So don't feel quite so, you know, bad if you miss out on a reveal. But we'd love to have you there live, especially for the in-game component. So update your game now because, you know.
You never know.
You never know.
And there's going to be, you know, a couple teases, like I mentioned, throughout the day on various panels that might come a bit more information during Tenno Live. So you'll want to kind of, you know, pay attention, spot those. Yes. It's going to be very exciting.
Yeah, and now it's like the point where, okay, we've given you all the information without actually telling you what we're going to show. So it's chat just like, come on,
I know,
get the
it's
show going,
very
let's see.
torturous. I apologize.
The drop is exclusive to the live event, so you will surely need to be there for the drop. But the information will be up on YouTube after. What else do we got going on? We got it. Ooh, very good.
The amphitheater will be on Earth, so you can expect to check it out there at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. When Tenno Live starts, the theater will be there, and you can log in and jump in there.
I see some speculation about the next Prime Warframe.
Very
Perhaps we'll have information on that.
Perhaps.
What else do we got? Let's see what
Do you
chat's
think
been
they
up
will
to.
show the
We're just looking
Tenno
down at our
Live on
phones. This is
stream
like
as
a
well?
real experience. It's like we're all in a room
Probably.
together where
I
we
know.
just sit and look at our
Just
phones.
hanging out, looking at you, chat. You look great.
Oh, we have some serious speculation on the next Prime.
How do I see the drop? If you've been watching, I've been sitting on the Warframe page, which is cool if you were, before it starts, you might need to just refresh the stream and it will pop up. Sometimes when you're just kind of idly sitting on the Twitch page, it needs a bit to propagate. So if you want to refresh, you should be able to see it. If not, you can, I believe it's click your icon. in
That
the
still
top
doesn't
right and
explain
go to
how
games
you
and
see
you
it.
Oh, I just see people guessing the prime, and I'm reminded of some of the bingo cards.
Top right,
people would
click
make.
your own
Oh, anyone got a bingo
icon.
Yeah, no bingos.
I mean,
yet.
I obviously know
But
how to do
given
it.
The
It's
energy
like
in chat right now. It's probably time to give one of you.
they got the
a-
question on how to do it, and then it just explained refresh.
Oh, with some Garuda Prime
Let's
Access.
do Garuda Prime Access. We're
Last
going to give
chance,
away
baby.
a Garuda Prime Access because you may or may not know Garuda Prime Access leaves today.
I wonder why she would leave
I wonder
today.
why she would leave today.
That's so rude of her to leave.
I know.
During
That is her
Tennocon
way,
10
though. Rip your heart out and walk away. That's how.
She's
Oh, we have a winner, and the winner is none other
Carvico. Did I get
than.
it?
That was good. Is it good? Is it Carvico?
Dean, give me a thumbs up.
No.
Oh,
Carico.
Carico. There's
Carico.
Dang it.
Oh, unfortunately, both of us must visit the
I am sad.
Carico
What was it,
or something like that.
Carvico?
Carico has won Garuda
Carico.
Prime Access. This is yours. You have to message us on our Twitch page that you're watching right now to claim it. We
No,
just
is
need
it
to
the
know what
full
platform
pack,
you're on
or
and
is
your
it just
username so
a-
we can hook you
I think it's the
Garuda
full
Prime
pack.
Access. You may have just won the last Garuda Prime Access we will give away.
Who knows? Maybe I'll do one on the Dev Live Q&A. Maybe. Who knows? But
Interesting.
maybe.
Interesting.
We'll see. I saw a question about what's the drop. It is the new Veracruz Warfan and Sugatra for watching Tennocon. And then Tenno Live is Titania Prime. You know, if you already have Titania Prime, that's great.
A free slot.
A free slot. What's wrong with a free slot, you know?
Or you can have 2 Titania Primes.
Ooh,
Can't
I
feed
like
primes
that.
to your helmets, though. So, you know, you'll just have to have her.
Stockpile it.
Maybe there's, you know, actually, no, you can't feed primes to the helmet. Helmet Prime, maybe that's a reveal. Anyone have that on their bingo card?
Oh.
It's not real.
No, it's not real.
It's not real. I made it up.
Don't even get
The only reason
Got
why
it.
someone
Oh,
that
people
has
are
it
being
already
gracious
would
to
want
the
it is
winner
the
of
free
Garuda Prime.
space.
That's lovely.
Oh my god, you're too kind.
Yep.
Titania and Titania.
That's exactly why I
Very
want it.
clever. Say hello
Oh,
to the
yeah,
whole world.
definitely,
Hello
same
to
here.
The whole world. You are here for Tennocon 2022.
That's 20
We can't
plats
believe the day
saved.
has come. We have been planning this for so long, and we hope that you are going to enjoy the endless sources of information that follow our housekeeping here. And I think we've gone over the main
Housekeeping.
points that
I think we got everything. We can really
The
quickly
cab,
recap
where
what
are
the
you?
day is going to be. So right after this, you're going to go into the Sounds of the System panel with Marcus,
someone to
George,
cover for?
Eric, and Keith Power, the legend in the Warframe world for doing soundtrack. So you're going to experience that. It is a pre-recorded panel. They have some really great insight, like we mentioned, about New War, Angels of Zeraman, and of course Duviri. Marcus actually plays a really fun game with them, which I won't spoil anything, but I was very impressed with their answers. So it's a very fun, little interactive. And then we go into the Dev Q&A with myself. It will be live on this stage. I will be joined by Pablo, Kaz, and Matt. You know, we have some perspective from game design, from weapons lead, from art director. So we got a whole bunch of
Weapon designs.
different questions.
Imagine if they added a new scythe.
Angels of Zeraman, Duviri. Duviri one is obviously going to
Guess
be...
you'll be getting that right away.
Oh my god. Megan has an alarm set.
If you
She's
can
done
afford
with
it.
me. She's
No,
like, that's my
Obviously,
threshold.
again, I'll just save up for it
We
instantly.
got 1 minute left. This is the schedule. Live Dev Q&A, and then of course the Art of Warframe panel. There's some juicy concepts in there, maybe a little bit of mocap, never before seen stuff. Community art show, Helen and Skyers will be incredible, and then of course Live 2022.
This is where we will have all the seats filled. You're probably wondering, you know, who are these chairs for?
This
But maybe
guy.
you already know. Yeah, the floofs. We're not going to let Steve and the gang sit there because they're taken. But yes, we will be back with a full squad at 5 p.m. here for Tenno Live, where we will be doing the future of Warframe. You're going to learn and see the live gameplay demo. So I need to stop my sweaty palms immediately because
No pressure.
no
You're
pressure.
Gonna kill it.
We're
kill
good.
it every
Live
year.
gameplay.
A
Nothing
live demo.
No,
But
nothing
anyway.
will go wrong.
Let's roll on over now. Enjoy the sound panel. Thank you very much for tuning into housekeeping. This has been Rebecca and
Megan,
and we are gonna go and let you enjoy the sound panel.
see you in a
We
bit.
won't keep you waiting.
Bye, guys. Hey, everybody. Megan here to let you know that by watching this year's show on Twitch, you're going to earn yourself some incredible free items if you have your Warframe and Twitch account linked. Watching Tennocon until 5 p.m. Eastern Time for 30 consecutive minutes will reward you with both the Veracruz Warfan and the Renala Sugatra. But that's not all. Tune into Tenno Live between 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. Eastern Time for another 30 consecutive minutes, and you're going to earn yourself a free Titania Prime. That's right, a free Prime Warframe.
Titania
If
Prime.
you already have your
You
Twitch
heard
account
that right.
and Warframe account
Yeah.
linked and received drops before on Warframe streams, then you're all set. But if you've never linked your Warframe and Twitch account together, simply go on over to warframe.com/Twitch, log into your Warframe account, and follow the simple instructions to get set up. And that's it. Enjoy the show.
Oh no, now they're making coffee.
Wake up, Tenno. Pre-order today at store.warframe.com.
Pokemon, by the way. Glade. Say A tier. Psychic fighting.
Big Pokemon fighting, psychic. Really big, really good fighting Pokemon. I actually really want this. By Ultramis, I'm going to read. I got it. Nice. So if this is physical. Okay. Wow, it's a physical Pokemon, but I get the special fighting move.
Nice.
No, it's not nice. It's a physical attack Pokemon, but I got a special fighting move.
Well, I think like that was the moment probably when
then
we
Fire
wanted
Fang,
to
which is
really
also
lean in on what an environment could
yeah.
do for the game. And
Did you Ultramis?
you're going from
I don't
smaller
know.
scenes like
I'll
the
figure
Lunar
out once
Asteroid and how that
the
feels
time
very
runs
contained,
out.
and then you go into Plains of Eidolon, the doors open up, and then there is a world above and beyond. And there's an awful lot of design that winds up going into it. So at that point, being able to run around in a video game on a large piece of terrain was, not that novel, but it was novel to do within Warframe. So if there weren't the familiar Grineer Marines
wake up,
and
slap.
some of the iconic bits and pieces of architecture and
Physical,
whatever we could wind up
nice.
fitting into it, like that's how you made it feel like
Art
you were
stamp,
within the Warframe universe.
physical,
And we're exploring
nice.
some brave new territory for us, which is a bit of an
And
intimidating thing, but it
Zapcam,
worked out,
which,
is
well,
great. I also come from
only
the
I
United
got it,
province,
okay.
which people say is rocks and trees, rocks and trees, rocks and trees. So I knew the subject matter. The world building is kind of, that's kind of the meat and potatoes of it as much as we can do. And then after that, it's like trying to have a sense of locality within that space. So things that are like little local pockets and memorable bits. That is the moment where if you do systems level thinking, it becomes a whole. And that actually is the thing that the person experiences. I could talk about the hundreds of small things that go into that. The foliage, the terrain textures, how you make a tree, how you make water actually sit with atmosphere. Like even artistically as opposed to technically, like if you make a heavy use of value and saturation in one part over here, that can draw the attention of the entire level, which is not necessarily something we need. We need to guide people from point A to point B to point C. If you use up all of those resources with the one cool thing over there, people make a beeline to it and they don't experience half of it. If you wind up having it pull apart in front of you consciously, your walk into it experience should not have you do that. You should feel like you were just in a world in Warframe that is new and different. So the fact that we actually did that, where people were able to open gates and still feel like they were in Warframe, that's probably the biggest thing.
Hey Tenno, Danny here. We're getting so much closer to unveiling some incredible surprises. Tonight at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, we'll be opening up the Duviri Amphitheater orbiting Earth in-game. Join your fellow Tenno for an up-close and very unique experience during the Tenno Live presentation. As a special thank you for joining us for Tennocon today, for the next 48 hours, you can claim a special operator and drifter cosmetic, the Stranger's Hood. This exclusive cosmetic is available right now on all platforms in the in-game market for 1 credit. Be sure to log in and claim yours. Bye, Tenno.
This is by far the biggest group of students I have seen come to class. Thank you so much for rocking out to Tennocon 2022. My name is Gemma Laurel. I had the absolute privilege of voicing for Cephalon Melika. I can honestly say that the Warframe community is the best in video games, so have an awesome one and be great to each other.
Debatable.
Hello, I'm Maya Grant and I play Archimedean Yonta. It was a pleasure to voice the character and I'm so grateful for you for playing. Thank you so much and have an amazing Tennocon. Goodbye for now.
Oh, that voice break.
If it isn't my favorite grubber. I'm Brent Mukai, the voice of Cavallero. And I hope your Tennocon is, enjoyable. That's it, right? That's all I gotta say? Perfect. Oh, and will someone just give me a damn Kubro already? Is that
No.
too much to ask?
Greetings, Tenno. So good to see all
Why a
of you again.
Kubro?
I don't know.
Why not a Cavat? Kubros are so easy to get.
Hey guys, my name's Kara Volchov. I voice Hombask. I just wanted to say hi and let each and every one of you know how thrilled I am to be part of Warframe. Enjoy Tennocon 2022.
Hi, it's David Ottavino, voice of the husband in the Zeraman ARG. Just making a quick video to say happy Tennocon. What could go wrong? Please, someone help open this door. It's jammed and I have to pee. How long have I been trapped in this booth of anguish as the stench fills my nostrils because I wet my pants. Happy Tennocon, my angels.
Hey Tenno, my name is
Okay.
Capitano and I voiced Kira in the Warframe ARG. Some of you may have known her as Zeri-chan or Cephalon Fog. I don't know, who cares? Anyways, I really appreciate you for finding all those logs, and I really hope you have a great Tennocon. Bye!
Hey there, Tenno. I'm Calvin Joyle, the voice of Viso, or Vico, or Tico, depending on who you ask. The Warframe community is genuinely one of the kindest gaming communities I've ever encountered, and your sweet comments about Viso mean so much to me. Have a great Tennocon, or profit.
Hey, Tenno. This is Adam Bennett, the voice of Call 175. Wishing everyone watching a happy Tennocon, and from the bottom of my heart, thanks to all of you for your love and for your support.
Hola, Tenno. It's me, Varsia. Remember me? Amiguitos, it's me, Gigi Saul Guerrero. A big hello all the way from Vancouver, Canada. Queridos Tennos, I hope you guys have an amazing time at Tennocon. Sending a big hello, and just like Varsia says, let's shake the walls. Ow!
Hi, I'm Davenant Doyle, aka Captain Vala Glarios. I'm so happy to be here with you today. Hope you're enjoying yourself.
Yeah, I don't even know any of these.
Neither, don't worry.
Sisters below, we're going where the winds don't blow. Yeah, we're all bound down.
I also already have my fans.
Sleeping in the cold below. Sleeping in the cold below.
Not a bad weapon.
Even though it's very hot here, obviously. Enjoy.
They already have every single drop item except for
Hello
Titania.
everyone, and welcome to the Tennocon 2022 Sounds of the System panel. This is a pre-recorded panel, and my name is Marcus Kretz. I work here at Digital Extremes. I am a senior community coordinator, and for the next hour, we'll be taking a deep dive into all things sound design, music, dialogue, and Warframe. Now, this is a general spoiler alert for anyone who has been playing through Warframe. If you have not completed the main storyline content for Warframe yet, there will be heavy spoilers ahead, specifically for the new war quest and for the Angels of the Zeraman update. So you have been warned, heavy spoilers ahead. Now, without further ado, I would love to
I didn't even pay attention to any of the
panelists that are
stories.
joining me today. I'm very honored to be joined by three incredible people. First up, we have George Spanos, audio director for Warframe. George, how's it going?
Good, good. How is everyone doing?
Doing great, doing great.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. We also have Eric Preston, lead sound designer.
Hello, happy to be here and happy to talk about the sounds of Warframe.
Yeah, we love it. Thanks for being here, Eric. And one of our favorite composers, Keith Power. Thank you for joining us again this year. Great to have you.
Oh, so very happy to be here. Yeah, it's nice to see you guys.
Yeah, it's great. Honestly, it's been so long. I mean, this is the first time I've seen Eric and George in 2 years in person, so it's incredible how time has just flown by. And speaking of which, in terms of the audio team, you know, operationally, are you guys still working from home, or have you been able to come back into the office at all?
It's still mostly from home. It's, you know, we built a new sound studio, and so we've trying to been, you know, coming in now and then to kind of use it, and that, you know, recording some Foley and doing some voice stuff and that kind of thing. But it's mostly from home right now, and hopefully soon-ish we'll get back in all together, because yeah, it'd be great to see the whole team day in and day out instead of over a screen and a camera. So.
Keith, I'm pretty sure you're still working from home, correct? That's your studio in the back there.
Well, I commute every day, and it's about a 30-second commute. I
Right.
walk from the house through my yard, and and then I'm here. So it's more of the same. I've been working from home for many years, and I'm gonna probably keep that up. I like it that way.
Nice. Yeah, that 30-second commute probably can't be beat. So, no, that's great to hear. That's great to hear. Very nice. Well, it's been an incredible year for Warframe. Looking back, the amount that's been achieved in the past year really can't be overstated. But really, I have to start with going back to the new war. After 8 years of Warframe, it was the longest quest in Warframe history. It brought an incredible amount of work behind it, but it certainly had an incredible amount of love and work that went into it from the sound team especially. So, we touched on it briefly on last year's panel, but, for the sheer amount of dialogue that was recorded for the New War quest, was there any logistical challenges in terms of capturing just that much audio?
Yeah, it was a lot. Like it's looking back on it now and thinking about it, actually I should have highlighted all the lines to see what the line count was. But it was a lot, and it was a lot of coordinating with all the different actors, and it was a lot to kind of get it all hooked up in the game and everything. So yeah, but in the end, you're so in the mindset of doing it. You're in this kind of the eye of the storm, and then you release it.
Hello,
like, wow,
hello,
and
the
you can cat.
cat.
Look back and
Welcome.
you're like, wow, that was a lot of work.
How are
put into
you
that.
this lovely evening?
So yeah, very, very proud of the team and what we were able to accomplish with that for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was just an insane amount of, because I think even before that, I can't even think of the second longest quest in reference to that. But the fact that the New War was, I think, on many first
Bored.
was around 4 hours is just an incredible leap in terms of length.
Why that?
And of course, you've got all the operator and drifter dialogue times 4, right? So you're here, you finish one, and then you're like, okay, we're done. It's like, well, no, you gotta do that 3 more times. And we, in the cinematics, we would have to time it out. So we had one actor who was kind of the lead, and then everything was timed out to his reads. So all the other actors would have to follow the timing and the pacing. Because of course when they do the animations, they just do one version, right? So all the mouths have to kind of move at the same speed, and we a couple of our team members, Slater and Chris in particular, did a lot of finagling of dialogue lines to make sure they all lined up. Choosing operator, we call them operator A, B, C, and D. Testing them to make sure that they work, and then making another choice and testing another cinematic, and does it line up? Is everything okay? So that was a lot of work.
I see the guy. That sucks.
Even from a tech point.
Hello, Giga Chat. I remember you from yesterday. Yes.
Yeah, incredible.
How are you today?
Yeah, like you said, 4 different contexts.
I am doing
both
very
operator and
well.
for drifter across 4 different voices. Like what a challenge that must have been. Now, another moment from the New War quest as well that I've been dying to talk about. That was probably one of my favorites of the whole quest. And again, another spoiler warning for the New War. If you have not yet completed it, massive spoilers ahead. There's a moment towards the end of the quest where we finally see the man in the wall as I guess I would say a true void manifestation. Literally a wall. And this moment of seeing the man on the wall in perhaps their true form, and there's that really haunting vocalization that comes out from them. It absolutely terrified me. I know it really resonated with fans as well. For that moment, was that something that, years back, perhaps you'd always known that this, form was going to come, and you always thought, oh, we know what voice we're going to use for that, or we know how that's going to sound? Or is that something that organically came up during development?
We had no idea, but I have to say that the actor is among us right now. So.
What?
Yes. So you're hearing it here for the first time.
It was me.
Yes, it was Keith.
That was you, Keith?
No.
Oh, nice. Good
me.
luck on your trip.
Cool,
yeah,
nice.
Eric. Yeah, and Eric definitely speak to it. I think it took a few iterations to kind of figure out what we wanted to do, because we didn't have that preconceived notion of what it should sound like. But man, you hit it out of the park, and it turned out
timed out in the battle. My bad.
I remember
Didn't
seeing
realise-
the
thought I was in the
concept
battle.
art, and I just found the concept art to be as terrifying as what it ended up being in game.
Out for too long.
And I was working on the sounds for that cinematic, and I
that count
started
towards my
playing with
daily?
some ideas. And sort of one of the earliest things that I tried was a walrus. So I had this pitch down walrus, and it had this really menacing kind of tone. Duh. And then it did a pitch drop, and a kind of like a minor pitch drop, and it felt really strange and big and scary.
It's a
So
Caterpie.
that was kind of the basis for what ended up being
Pyro, go
that
catch a
voice.
Caterpie.
So using that as a base, I overdubbed myself.
Come on,
it,
Pyro. I know you
hitting
want
the
it.
same note as that walrus.
I already
kind
have
of
a Butterfree, though.
except adding
Okay,
words in.
but you want a Caterpie
and
as
then
well.
I layered it multiple times, so my own performance
maybe.
multiple
If
times.
I don't have it for
pitched it
Dex.
down.
You want
added
it,
some
just
effects
catch
and
it.
processing, and mixed it together, and that's what the kind of the final result was.
And it's cool too because we've got those words in there, right, that the writing team came up with that he says. And I don't know, has anyone kind of figured out what deciphered what it is? And I don't know if the community is kind of, they've probably tried to pick it apart to kind of get those words and see.
There's been some very valiant attempts. I've heard some YouTube videos where they've pitched it up, where you can really get close, but I can tell you that no one has found it yet.
I always thought it was, seriously, I always thought it was Eric is cool.
That's exactly it. That's what it was originally, but we had to change it.
Yeah.
We got it there. We got it there for sure. But it took
In all honesty, I think that's one of the best kind of endings and cinematics that we've done, sound design wise, musically, vocally, all of that stuff. It really came together really nicely. And also for being one of the last things that we tackled, right? Like I think, especially musically, as I recall, that was probably one of the last cinematics, those last couple that you and your team worked on, Keith. So, yeah.
Pyro didn't bother to catch it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nope. I'm in the middle of a mission right now.
Awesome.
Guys.
And I mean, I think that speaks to, how great that audio is at the end. That, to me, I thought it might have been something that's been, cooking up for years, but to hear that it was, something that, had to be brought about almost in the 11th hour is pretty incredible. Look at where you guys are now. Could you imagine, all those years ago, thinking, who knows, down the road we'll be doing the score for a 4-hour quest. What might you say to your former selves for that?
Yeah, it's like the movie version, right? It's, get to 10 years in or 8 years in or so, and let's do the movie version of this.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually.
It's better than the movie. Better than
No, but it's true. It's kind of like it's taking a lot of the older ideas and building upon them and kind of bringing them together and kind of, making it feel more fleshed out. And that's what I love about, all the stuff that we've been doing, especially lately, is it's taking a lot of those older ideas and kind of melding them into something new and incorporating them. And so you really have this through line of sound design and voice and music especially that has continued. And you play Warframe, and I'd like to think, you play it and it sounds like Warframe, which is kind of always the goal. And it's always a good thing, I think. So.
Agreed. Yeah.
All right,
Yeah, it's
take
incredible
care.
how moving forward, that sonic palette has still held up, even though you've been
Enjoy
able to
your
take this in
trip.
so many new, interesting directions.
Bye.
As we'll talk about later on in the panel for sure. But next up, we'll actually be seeing a behind-the-scenes video from the sound team that they prepared. We'll be taking a look at the sound design behind.
Yeah, it
the
always
Angels of
sucks
Zerman
having a
update.
bad
We'll
connection.
specifically be looking at the sound design behind some of the new mission types, as well as a very highly requested look at the vocalizations for the Angels. Enjoy.
Hey everyone, Jess here from the sound team. Today I'm going to be taking you through some sound design from the Angels of Zerman update. Let's take a look. So we are in Void Flood game mode right now, and we're going to take a look at making a sound for one of these Void fractures here. Let's start by recording some audio.
Did you having a stroke?
It sounds like it.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, I see.
All right, so we are here in Reaper. We've got some mouth sounds, we've got some ghost voices pitched up and down, some spooky breaths.
Okay,
some
these
synthesizer.
fans are really
Let's take a
good.
listen.
viral crit with them and then just ripping apart, and I'm not even like trauma.
Okay, so that's a lot of me making some weird sounds. But we are going to do some processing. So, on some of our voice breathing sounds, throwing a bit of flange on there here and there, throwing a bit of ring mod. The ring mod really makes it rattly. You might hear this sound in some other gameplay elements in the Zerman as well. This was really fun. We're gonna throw some similar chains on me pretending to be a ghost. I was able to grab a sample of some sparks from a welding torch. We're gonna time stretch that, and we're gonna lower it in pitch just to make it sound super weird and artifacty. And I took the Void Ooze loop from the New War. I time stretched it a bit and just snuck it in as a texture layer. And here's everything together. Okay, very spooky. Let's throw this in the game and see how it sounds. Here it is by itself. And here it is with the rest of the game audio. That's all from me. Thanks for watching. Thanks for playing.
Yeah, I
and
know,
I'll see you
it's
next time.
very
Hello,
overboard.
Tenno, and welcome to Tennocon 2022. I'm Eric, part of the sound team, and today we're going to show you how we made the vocals for the Void Angels.
This will be more interesting.
We wanted the Void Angels to elicit a sense of beauty, but also fear. And what better place to start than with a Mayan death whistle? It's terrifying.
And
We recorded the death whistle and added some extra effects.
Is it?
it's more cursed, to be honest.
That was feeling good, but we wanted to punch it up a notch. So this time, we recorded the death whistle again and pitched it down. Here's what that sounds like.
Oh yeah, that actually
And here's
do
the two
kind of sound good.
performances combined.
Once the death whistle was feeling appropriately terrifying, we wanted to add the beauty element. So for that, we used a reverse reverb trick on some female laughter.
We started with unprocessed laughter.
What?
And to begin this trick, you first have to reverse it.
That was so fake.
At this stage, you can add your favorite reverb or echo. And then you record that to a separate track.
Now I can just imagine the Void Angel
Once you
start
have that
laughing.
recorded, you can move that to a new track, remove your reverb, and once again, reverse it to get the final product. Here it is combined with our death whistle.
Again, too
Once the
much.
death whistle and the beauty element were combined, it was time to add a little bit of size and a little bit of danger. For that, we used a microphone called the Sanken C100. It records sounds above human hearing, and what that lets you do is pitch down your own vocals by several times to make something simple turn into what sounds like a beast or a monster.
This is what our original unpitched recording sounds like. And this is what the same recording sounds like pitched down several times. And then we added that to our death whistle and our reverse laughter for the final product.
But why?
And that's how the Void Angel vocals were created. I hope you enjoyed this behind the scenes look, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the show.
Oh well, it
Happy
works, I
Tennocon.
guess.
Thank you for that. I mean, you know, once the Angels of the Zerman update dropped, you know, we had that preview trailer that came out where we got that first glimpse of the Angel, and from that first shriek, I think fans have been pretty curious to hear how those sounds were developed. So that was a very cool look at that. Thanks, Eric.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. And speaking of the Zerman, earlier this year, we finally got to step on board the Zariman proper. We'd had a little bit of a visit during the New War, but since Warframe began, people have been hearing echoes of the Zariman, and finally we got to take a look and go on board that doomed colony ship. So, it was a really remarkable mission. It was a really, really great update in terms of the sound design, the music.
Actually, the missions
audio.
were horrible.
I just have to say, from even the track that was playing over the Warframe launcher,
Something different, yes.
when the update went out.
It was different, yes,
the
but it
music
was just
went in an
pain.
entirely new direction, and still very much Warframe, but it was really cool to hear how the music was developed for that update. So, Keith, I have to ask you, what inspired you to use something like an organ on the tracks for this update?
Eric.
Eric? That was Eric's idea?
Yeah, we were dialing it in, and much of the approach was inspired by the sounds that you sent me, the shrieking sounds. I think you sent me those, right? Initially?
Yeah, early on. Yeah.
Right. It was very helpful. It became a task of matching those sounds. So enormously helpful. And then it was Eric, it was your idea. It was like a last minute sort of, this might be crazy, but let's try it. And it really it was such a great idea, and I think it works really well. It just, it's pipe organ that just makes the whole thing it's a little bit more grand, for lack of a better word. It just like gives it the scope that it didn't have until we added the pipe organ. So
it was almost like because of the angel theme running through it, it was kind of like, how can we push this and give it sort of a cathedral vibe or a gothic vibe? And sort of, organ came to mind and thought it would be interesting to try. And of course, Keith knocked it out of the park with the parts that he wrote and worked it in beautifully with the tracks that he had written. So yeah, very thankful that he was able to make it work so well.
Yeah.
And I'd love to add, sorry to interrupt, but that Matthew Chalmers, before I forget, Matthew Chalmers, brilliant composer who helps me on a lot of things, worked with me on all of the Zariman music.
Yes.
So thank you, Matthew.
Yes. Thank you, Matt.
Out there watching.
Shout out Matthew
And I believe
Chalmers.
he worked on some of the New War as well, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Matthew Chalmers, Evan Duffy, Steve Davis were my, very, very helpful collaborators on all of that music. So.
Nice.
Well, yeah, as George said, absolutely knocked it out of the park. It was fantastic. Given the Zariman, it's got that intense lore and such a specific, important part in terms of the lore and the history of Warframe and the Tenno. When you're creating that ambient audio on board the Zariman, was there a specific layer or sound that you started from in terms of capturing the theme in the history of the Zariman? Like where was the starting point for that ambiance?
I think it kind of started in the New War, Eric? Like a bit.
Yep.
I mean, it was a bit of that, and then brought through into the Zariman update. But yeah, you worked on a lot of that, as I recall.
Yeah, absolutely. It totally started in the New War, and that mission really much set the tone for what we did for the Zariman update in terms of ambience. A lot of it was kind of trying to weave in some memories of and echoes of what would have existed on the ship before what happened, but also trying to keep it somewhat realistic and in an area where it would be believable. Didn't want to make it too spooky. Didn't want to make it a haunted house or a house of horrors, but definitely wanted to feel that there was a presence there before what happened. So yeah, lots of iteration, lots of going back and forth with the team and working with George to get things right. We put a lot of time into our ambience work as well, and I know a lot of time people don't hear it under the gunfire, or some of the missions get right to the point very quickly. But yeah, we take a lot of time with it and kind of give each space its own characteristic sound. So yeah, if you're ever interested and you can get away from some enemies for any amount of time, turn the sound up and take a listen.
Yeah,
you'll find some stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly,
and I just want to mention too, sorry to cut you off, Marcus,
go
just
ahead.
before I forget as well, talking about other team members and just acknowledging the other people on the sound team, and that's Giovanna Agapito, Jess Buscema, Slater Groves, Jeff Hartling, Mark Perkin, Willem Shonkin, Jem Sermon, and Chris Teixeira. They all did a fantastic job on all of these updates, and can't thank them enough for their collaboration as well. So, yeah.
But in terms of some things in the update that are, I guess, a little frightening, I did want to talk about our favorite Void manifestation, a Skitter Girl, because, you know, for anyone who's been playing through the Angels of the Zeramin, you've probably been chased by this lovely Void manifestation. So I have to ask, is it more fun to do sound design for a creepy child than it is to be chased by one?
I think you have to be chased by one to know how to sound design for one.
Yeah.
A little bit of both. That voice was Archimedean Yanta, and she recorded some lines for us for Skitter Girl. And Giovanni, one of the sound designers, he did the processing and got that working and made it extra creepy.
You gonna catch the bell spirits?
Reverb and all that stuff.
That's pretty great. I mean,
this is why I wish you need
Archimedean Yanta's. You know, it's her own manifestation, so very cool
Oh,
to use the same.
I used the wrong
use
ball.
the same voice actress for that. Yeah.
Absolutely.
You're gonna use
Yeah,
Safari
it's,
for that?
Not
Yeah,
a
I've
fun,
got
not a
one more
fun chase,
Safari
but
ball left.
it is cool. It's a good time.
Ah.
And then in terms of, you know, the Zeramin, it very much has some certain tendrils.
You don't get
into
bones
Duviri for sure. So
catching
I
without
just wanted to
Safari.
ask, you know, in terms of any sort of, you know,
I got it,
sound
though.
qualities, was there anything that perhaps we might hear from Duviri that is sort of layered in?
got it with a
into
30% ball, even
onboard
though the
Zeramin?
Safari
You know,
balls
are
are
there any
55%.
maybe sonic Easter eggs that we might be able to find on board?
Yes.
I think
there is a sonic Easter egg in Zeramin. I think a lot of people have definitely found it. And there will be some sonic Easter eggs in Duviri from the Zeramin as well. So yeah, keep your ear
Oh,
out.
I haven't. Yeah.
Very cool. So next up, we're going to be seeing another video from the sound team. This time, we'll be taking a look at the revamped audio for the Eximus enemies that came with the Angels of the Zeramin update, as well as we'll be taking
still
a journey
hate those
with our
enemies.
very own George Spanos to do some field recording. Enjoy.
Hey everyone, I'm Chris from the sound team. I'm going to show you my electromagnetic recording rig today. These are electromagnetic sensors which capture electromagnetic fields instead of sound waves through the air like your typical microphones on the left here. The magnetic field is strong with these dimmer switches here. Don't worry, I'm not doing anything dangerous.
Totally is doing something dangerous.
So I think I have something there usable that I'm going to try some sound design with. So I have Reaper open here, and I'm going to be sound designing for these little electrical orbs that come from the bioelectric Eximus unit. So we're going to start with the electrical panel sound here. And it needs a little something, so I'm going to add tremolator here. Gives it a little bit of rhythm. And then I'm going to add this plugin, which is a grains and pitch plugin. It's really cool. So what I did next was I changed the parameters here and basically played around until I found something that was really unique and interesting. And I went with that. Yeah. Augmenting these dials here. A little bit of EQ, compression, phase, panning, pitch shifter, and delay and reverb. And just like that, the sound was done. Here's the final result. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Sounds a lot
Enjoy the
better
rest
than
of
the
Tennocon.
last two.
Hey everyone. This year we thought we'd show you some ambience recording. Now I know we've done it in the past, but we've never used a binaural microphone in the past. A binaural microphone aims to replicate the human head, so it's got two ears on it, and in each ear there's a microphone. And so what it does is it records sound in a really interesting, in-depth way that you would normally hear the sound if you were out in that environment.
Disappointing.
Some of you know
Very
this as
disappointing.
ASMR. The other thing we did was we got a seismic microphone. A seismic microphone, you can stick it onto metal, plastic, glass, whatever. And it records sound like normal microphones can't. So it gives it a depth and a clarity that you normally wouldn't get. It really adds importance and resonance to the sound, which is really interesting. So make sure you're wearing headphones for this, especially for the binaural part, and enjoy.
Yeah, these fans that they've given away on the drop. Oh, really good crit weapon. Okay, the gate one's not bad.
Ooh, they're hitting the fence one though.
Sounds like you're in a cave.
Next up, of course, as we've looked back at the new war and at the Angels of the Zariman update, we now, of course, have to look forward to the Duviri Paradox. We first got our look at the Duviri Paradox during that Tennocon 2019 trailer where, we saw that lone rider above on that skeletal horse, and it was pretty incredible to see that sneak peek. And now here we are looking ahead to Duviri. So, in terms of that 2019 Tennocon trailer, how has the sonic palette from that trailer held up? Have you still been able to kind of draw on that as the inspiration for Duviri moving forward, or have you had some different realizations between creating that trailer and then now creating the update?
It's always funny to look back on things from a few years ago and try to incorporate some of those ideas. And definitely, I mean, I guess to answer the question, there definitely some of it is being incorporated into what we're doing now, but of course there's a whole bunch of new stuff as well. It's interesting when working on a trailer versus working on the game as a whole requires kind of a different kind of approach. And so what might work for a trailer may not work in the game, and vice versa. But the general tone of it, for sure, I think we're trying to carry some of that through, but also kind of build on it, and Keith has been writing some great music for that. And I know the rest of the team has been working hard on making sounds for certain things in it. I don't know what I'm allowed to say and what I'm not allowed to say, but
I know it's always a challenge, right?
I'm like,
so much
did I say that
you
thing
want to
or
get into?
no?
Yeah. The whistling is very Western, which I love. And speaking of different themes and ideas to draw upon, is there a specific kind of list of themes or inspirations that you want to draw on for Duviri? Is there kind of maybe like a genre you're sort of looking at in terms of where you want to develop perhaps the sound design even?
Yeah, it's a pretty wide range, and I mean, Eric, you can speak to this too. I think everything from Western to kind of, I don't know, I mean, I guess you could say kind of space opera in a way. So there's a lot of that we're incorporating into it and trying to bring it into a new territory. It's a big update. It's a whole new world. It's a whole new area for players to explore. And so, the question is always like, how do we make it feel kind of familiar in tone, but yet new and exciting? So, yeah.
So I do have to ask before we move on from Duviri, George, you touched on this briefly before, but are there any, directions that will go sonically or perhaps, in terms of maybe a vocal performance that we haven't heard yet in Warframe? Is there any sort of untrodden ground that Duviri will go to that we haven't yet seen?
100% yes. And actually, I think Keith has been working on something that's going to be pretty damn cool.
Don't look over there.
Don't look at the screen though.
Or over here.
Yeah. It's going to be pretty cool. We're pretty excited about it actually. And we always try to do that, right? It's always try to hey, what can we do on this update to make it new and exciting and refreshing?
Mm-hmm.
And there's going to be plenty of that on Duviri, I guarantee it, from all departments really.
Yeah. No, it's been incredible to see the work already going into it, and I just, of course, fans may get another sneak peek later on in the show today for Tennocon 2022, but it's been incredible to see the work that's gone into it, and it looks it's going to be pretty special. Yeah. So I also I have to ask for there's certainly some aspiring sound designers and composers watching today. For a sound designer or someone who wants to get into composing, what's something that they could even do today to start working and honing their craft?
Like in this day and age, there's YouTube, there's trailers everywhere. There's so much content out there. Grab a trailer from your favorite game and redesign the sound, and try that. Try downloading Unreal, try Unity, try, all of these game engines that I think most of them you can get free versions of or demo versions of. And just start working away at kind of figuring out what makes them tick, from the technical side and then the trailers from the creative side. You can put a lot of different ideas into them and kind of build up your skills that way. I think is a good way of approaching it for sure.
Yeah, it really does take a long time to learn the craft, and there's really no replacement for experience of just trying and getting things wrong. So I always say the sooner you can start getting things wrong, the sooner you're going to start getting things right. So yeah, just
cool.
Jump in.
No, that's awesome. No, thank you for those insights. Those are really great to hear. So next up for our panel, we're actually going to be playing a little game. So for those of you that are fans of the ever popular Wordle, there's another version called Hurdle, where you need to listen to music and guess it quickly enough, as fast as you can. And so today we're bringing you Warframe Hurdle, Wordle.
Nice.
And you guys get to play it for the first time ever. So very, very exciting.
Oh,
so
this
the
is great.
object of the game is you want to try and guess the source of the audio in as small of a duration of a clip as you can. So we'll play a small duration of a clip, and then if you're unable to guess it, we'll start playing longer and longer until we max out. I think we've got about 4 or 5 samples for each that we'll play. So you guys are working together on this, don't worry, and we'll have it separated by category so you can kind of stay in the same headspace. So first off, we'll be starting with the music category, so these will all be songs. So to guess correctly, you just need to either guess the title if you want, or you can guess what update the song is from. So here's our first track, and this will be about a second long.
Sounds of Duran. Oh, shoot, Keith. Sorry.
Boom.
He wrote it, so what am I doing?
I didn't give it the name.
No.
I was going to say the werewolf one.
Sounded like a regular guitar string.
Yeah, what was that? That was with Ballas, and what was that update called?
The Sacrifice.
Sacrifice.
The Sacrifice, yeah.
Sacrifice.
Yes.
Yeah. It's one of my favorite tracks in the game. I love that track.
It's one of my favorite pieces I've ever written for anything. I think melodically it was successful, I guess. I don't know.
It's fantastic.
It achieved what I was going for, and I don't always quite get there, and I felt like I got there with that one.
Okay, and let's check out the next track.
I think I know it.
Think you know
it? Yeah, Angels of the Zeraman. That's the Angel OST.
Yep.
The boss fight. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
I forget the name of that one, but
yeah, I think it's On Corroded Wings.
On corroded
On
wings.
corroded wings.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very fitting title.
It's the nanas. Na 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 na.
yeah, I never thought of those like na 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 na.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right, so next up, so that was our music category. We'll be moving on to dialogue. So if you can guess either the character or honestly
Actually,
even
Darude
the
Central
update
does.
that it's from, both will suffice. So you'll be hearing a shorter amount of dialogue, and then you'll just have to guess from there. So here's our first clip of dialogue.
Oh, that's Hunhow, vainglorious whelp.
Yep.
I forget the update,
Nice.
but yeah.
You got the line though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, it's
That's,
weird. eh,
Vor,
how
isn't
that
it?
just clicks in.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds
It's
like
like
Vor.
memories rushing back.
Yeah,
It's
Void,
like-
Void 4.
Seeing the Matrix. Yeah.
Man, yeah, you absolutely sniped that, George. Yeah, I think that was a fan favorite among the community team for sure. We loved that line of vainglorious whelp. It was just
That's from the New War, isn't it? I think.
It is, yeah, it's the
Yeah,
new war.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, excellent delivery, and yeah, it's such a good bit of dialogue. We
Yeah.
loved it. All right, and here's our last bit of dialogue.
Also, oh, you got the audio short. Yeah.
Yeah, I tabbed went
Or
in
a
between
night,
waves.
No.
Oh. Oh, I'm out then.
All right, let's hear the second bit.
Dreamer. Let them defile.
Oh.
I should say they do scale up in difficulty as we
Yeah,
go
it sounds
across
like
each
Nora.
category. So this will be the hardest.
Yeah,
one.
that.
This is a tough one.
This is a tough one.
It rings a bell, but I can't.
All right, ready
But
for
it could
the,
also
for the full duration?
Yeah.
Dreamer. Let them defile.
the person that was with Lotus in the
This
sacrifice.
is in the New War,
Mm-hmm.
and it's
You know what I'm
when you
thinking
get
about, right?
to one of, like near the end, and you climb the tower, the Unum.
Oh
It's
yeah.
the Unum.
It is the
Yeah,
Unum,
it's the
correct.
Tower. Of course.
For the word.
But
Yeah.
apparently not.
I know
Yep.
it was a pretty special moment in that quest because I don't think
Yeah.
there's different
Almost.
characters you expect to hear from. I don't think the Unum is someone anybody expected to hear from. So that was, when the everything slows down there and you get that angelic voice that comes through. It was really, really cool moment of that quest. And I think this next category is also increasing in difficulty as well. Now we're moving on to the sound effects or the sound design category. So if you can identify, the source of these bits of audio or the update that's from, both will work. So here we go. Here's our first sound effect.
Some kind of infested or something.
Need a little bit more of that flavor.
Yeah.
Fantas.
You'll
The bell too, but that's tough.
That is a
Ooh,
tough
that's
one.
a tough one.
Oh, it's
Increasing in
Demios.
difficulty, you said?
We're
gonna start.
There is actually a hint I had planned for this one that I can give now. It is one of the Archons,
Ah.
Oh, okay.
but you'll have to
Archons?
identify which one it is.
Right.
Hey, you caught that one right. Oh,
Keith has it.
what's an
Was that
Archon
Keith?
again?
Archon number 3.
the wolf.
You're
the
absolutely
snake,
correct. It is
the owl.
Archon number 3.
Oh,
Nicely done.
right.
Archon Naira. Nice.
Oh, it's the
Nice,
snake.
that's perfect.
Awesome.
Good job, Keith.
Yeah.
There you go.
Excellent.
The New War
All right,
snake.
here is our next sound effect.
Oh, it's on
What?
the tip of my tongue.
That's not what's in the orbiter. What's the
Is it the Arsenal?
forgetting the name of the beast thing in your orbiter?
Oh, the helmet?
Oh, no.
The Helminth. Is
No.
that?
This is the latest Warframe.
Yes.
Oh,
Gyre.
Zerman.
Is it the?
Gyre, like a
It's Gyre's ability. Isn't
Yeah.
it? The
it
fourth
is.
ability.
Do you want to play the full sound effect?
Oh yeah, that's Gyre's fourth ability.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's her fourth ability. Yeah.
Correct, Eric. Yep, you're correct.
Yeah.
It is Gyre's Rotor Swell. Rotor Swell.
Nice.
Gyre.
Nicely
Gyre.
done. Yeah, you had it after that first second clip. Well done. Well done.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys for playing
Ew.
Wordle. That was a blast. It was very cool to see, hear some of the, the bits of history behind those different pieces of dialogue and music. And you guys were proved you were quite good at Wordle. So Well, very well done.
You got the Archon one because
A few
I
weeks ago,
didn't
we
remember
did
sounds from him.
ask the Warframe fans both on the forums and on Reddit to pose some questions for the three of you. So we can jump into those now. So Guts440 on the forums asks, why in the middle of For Narmer do you use a sample of what sounds like the intro to This Is What You Are?
Why? I'm trying to remember why. I think it's something along the lines of just trying to bring an echo of This Is What You Are, like a distant memory of how things used to be, sort of that kind of idea, like a little echo that, you know, you might miss it, but you more than likely will just get this sense that it's connected to the past.
Mm-hmm. And Keith, I have to ask, how did that feel taking that anthem of We All Live Together, this hopeful, beautiful song, and then kind of inverting its entire theme? You know, was that your idea to corrupt your original idea?
Ooh, I don't remember whose idea. It was all very collaborative. You know, it's George and I had I think it was a 2-hour call one day, Zoom, quite like this, where it was just ideas back and forth, and the good ones are usually George's, and then I attempt to take credit for them later. But you know, it definitely, I love the idea, no matter whose idea it was. I love the idea of having two pieces that you could actually almost overlap. I wanted them to play at the same tempo, in the same key, but I don't think we ended up doing it in the same key for vocal range reasons. But you know, the melodies play off one of another, and a corrupt version of it is exactly the concept.
Enderleia on Reddit asks, what sound effect in the game is the most transformed from its original recording?
Wow.
That's a good one.
A lot of them, actually, Eric? I mean, it's funny, like we were saying earlier, you come in with an idea and you kind of twist and turn things until it's kind of like having like molten steel or something, and you're hammering at it into like bend it into your will, into the shape that you want it to be. Yeah, I've done one thing kind of comes into mind. I don't remember what it was for, unfortunately, but just taking the sound of like a lion roar and just really like stretching it out and putting plugins on it and making it something kind of like completely different. I'm sorry, I can't remember what I use that on, but it happens a lot, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're always trying to, refresh things and keep things updated where we can, without changing things too much. But yeah, I wouldn't say there's any one particular sound. It's lots of little things over time. And improving the technology that we use to play our sounds is a big part of it too. Mm-hmm. And that kind of indirectly affects older sounds and gives them new life and puts them into a slightly different context.
Yeah, I could only imagine as time goes on, that technology would just only enhance those original recordings for sure.
Absolutely. You surprise yourself too, right? Like you'll pull a sound in and you'll try different things, and I think that's a big part of sound design is like you can't be afraid to try things, and I'm sure it's the same with music too. It's like something you would think would sound a certain way. It's like, well, how can we make this sound something different? And just let's just try things on it, right? And not really thinking of the rules, as it were, in that sense. And you can come up with some really interesting stuff that way. So
nice. Daft Techno on the forums asks, what is your favorite sound effect that you haven't found the right place to use in game yet?
Easy, George.
Rubber chicken.
There you go. Yes. Yeah.
One day.
One day
there will be a pitch down rubber chicken in Warframe.
Keep your
Man, we
ears
used to
out.
have one of those in the office, When a build would be broken, someone would squeeze the rubber chicken and you'd hear it through the office. So where is that rubber chicken?
It's in my office.
Just waiting to be used on
Tucked
something.
away.
Yeah. Man in the Wall 2.0.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh, that would be really. Those chickens do sound honestly pretty terrifying. So that would.
I'll bet it would sound horrifying.
That
Down-
chicken in the
down
wall
2
pitch. That like
octaves with
that. You know.
Yep. Yeah. Got to try it now.
It's gonna happen.
Next
Right.
Warframe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Javiri Easter egg.
Yeah.
Okay, then now they're making a chicken
amazing.
Warframe.
I think one fan question that we definitely received a lot from this forum post and on Reddit, but I think across many avenues, I'm sure you all have heard it a lot for sure. But when should fans potentially expect the next Warframe soundtrack?
Well, I was talking to Keith about this not too long ago, actually. We have one in the works. It's funny because I was combing through all of the music that we've written since, 2018. Yeah, and he's got it right there.
Oh, hey, look at that.
Yeah, and it's, I was talking to our merchandising team, and it's literally 4 records worth. It's an incredible amount of music that has been written in the past 4 years.
Wow.
And so we actually are hoping for the end of this year, but I can't make any promises as to that.
For sure.
But it's long overdue, and we need to get it out there, and it's definitely in the works. And yeah, we will definitely do it.
That's
And
amazing.
it will be 6 records by the time we're done.
And it will be 6 records. Exactly. Well, that's the thing, because we started talking about it like earlier this year, and so now Angels of Zerum and those tracks have to get added on, and now whatever else comes out before it. So, yeah, but it'll be good though. It'll be good. Excited for that.
I like your spirit, Keith. I like that. Let's add a couple more records on there. Let's get up to 6.
Yeah.
Let's make it a deluxe collection.
Go all the way.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Now, I am very excited now. Earlier on, you guys informed me that we actually have a bit of a sneak peek of some music incoming from the upcoming Duviri Paradox update that we will play for you now. Thank you for sending that along. That was pretty special. Yeah, and honestly, a massive thank you to the 3 of you, but also to the entire sound team at Digital
Sounds like
Extremes
a
for
Dark
all the work
Souls
that you
boss
do
battle.
for Warframe. It's
Well,
absolutely
thank you.
incredible, and thank the 3 of you. Thank
Just
you to
imagine
the
a
3 of
giant
you, for
dragon.
joining us today for the sound panel. It's been an absolute blast.
Well, thank you, Marcus. It's been really fun. I enjoyed this. So.
Thank you.
Marcus, yeah, it's been an honor.
Yeah, no, honor's all mine. Thank you so much. I also want to give a special thank you to DE Corey and the community team who helped co-produce this panel. So thank you, Corey, for your help. You were instrumental in this for sure. And don't go anywhere for Tennocon 2022, because next up we have a live panel brought to you by our very own Megan Everett as she goes through a live developer Q&A. She's joined by Pablo, Kaz, and DE Matt as they answer all of your questions live. So enjoy Tennocon 2022.
Hey everybody, Megan here to let you know that by watching
Okay,
this
5 minutes
here
break.
show on Twitch, you're going to earn yourself
I'll
some
be right
incredible
back.
free items if you have your Warframe and Twitch account linked. Watching Tennocon until 5 p.m. Eastern Time for 30 consecutive minutes will reward you with both the Veracruz Warfan and the Renala Sugatra. But that's not all. Tune into Tenno Live between 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. Eastern Time for another 30 consecutive minutes, and you're going to earn yourself a free Titania Prime. That's right, a free Prime Warframe. If you already have your Twitch account and your Warframe account linked and received drops before on Warframe streams, then you're all set. But if you've never linked your Warframe and Twitch account together, Simply go on over to warframe.com/twitch, log into your Warframe account, and follow the simple instructions to get set up. And that's it. Enjoy the show.
As a concept artist, that's kind of the most exciting stuff, because I think it started out as like a terraforming situation. We were going to take this crazy hot planet of Venus and cool it down with these like
It was
organoids.
Roken devices
Yep.
that were there that the Corpus had come and
Right.
tried to turn back on. And
Yeah.
because of the turbulence of this terraforming device, you'd have stuff melt and then it would freeze up, so you'd get these giant frozen sideways icicles, off of mountains
Yeah.
and stuff. So we were trying just to think of, how could we describe this place?
How can we make this look interesting and make sense, and also make it make sense, because we're not supposed to be on Venus, right? Like, and then there's this colony just dealing with this debt.
By the way, Pokemon.
Like, yeah, that's like us, right?
Yeah, it's definitely interesting. Again, little
Very
things that help
relatable.
kind
and
of, kind of
makes it personal. Yeah, I think also one of the things is like elevation, like because like Plains is pretty flat. You know what I mean? Like or Valis there, it's pretty mountainous. You can go really high up in that level, and I know you can't do that with Plains at Eidolon. So I think that played a key factor. The color, the mood, Warframe's so fast, like when you're playing these other levels and stuff, it's like, okay, now you got this massive world and terrain to traverse, and so like the K drive came in to kind of speed that up.
To be honest, the K drive thing didn't happen when we started doing the landscape.
That came later, yeah.
Yeah, it kind of came. Those elements actually work really well just in general for gameplay. Yeah, I think the landscape, when you see it, it kind of felt like, oh, here's a great opportunity to inject this, because
kind of surf in the snow. Yeah. Well, also like some of the vehicles got explored a lot.
Yeah, again, we were trying to tell the story of what was happening. So we had like almost like forestry type equipment where they were chopping down mushrooms and like a logging type thing.
Yeah.
I don't know how much of that actually came through, but we were trying that, because again, we were trying to fill out. It's so big, and just to try to tell these sort of small stories throughout the landscape. We're seeing how we can take this into sort of any direction we'd like.
And go outdoors, yeah.
Well, just in general, like just anywhere. So it's really, really fun to be a part of being able to do that, I guess. So.
Yeah. More Valis is what we want to do. Nailed it.
Hey Tenno, Megan here again. Did you know that we have new merch in the store? Just like this lamp. If you go to store.warframe.com, you can get yourself one of these lamps that changes color. But not just that, you can also switch it out from a lotus symbol to Excalibur. Wow, just like that. Make sure you go to store.warframe.com and you can get one of these, and check out all the other merch that we have available as well. That was your scare? What was that?
Hey Tenno, Danny here. We're getting so much closer to unveiling some incredible surprises. Tonight at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, we'll be opening up the Duviri Amphitheater orbiting Earth in-game. Join your fellow Tenno for an up-close and very unique experience during the Tenno Live presentation. As a special thank you for joining us for Tennocon today, for the next 48 hours, you can claim a special operator and drifter cosmetic, the Stranger's Hood. This exclusive cosmetic is available right now on all platforms in the in-game market for 1 credit. Be sure to log in and claim yours. Bye, Tenno.
Oh, welcome. Sorry. I'm staring into the abyss at Dean, and I can't really see anything. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the audible sensation of the art, not the art panel, the sound panel with Marcus, George. This is very disorienting. I need to take that out. I'm like screaming. Sorry, Dean. I'm supposed to be able to hear him. With George, Eric, and Keith Power, and it was so fun to watch that get put together, and thank you to everyone who gave support to that. Marcus, you're incredible. And now we're here for the Dev Q&A. I am joined by some very fun, lovely people from DE. I'm going to let them introduce themselves one by one. We'll start with Kaz.
Hi, I'm Kaz. I am the weapons lead at Warframe.
Me, Matt Tremblay. I guess I'm next, right?
Yeah, you would
After
be
Kaz,
next.
that's me. I'm one of the art directors on Warframe.
And I'm Pablo. I'm a designer in Warframe. You know me.
You know me, it's Pablo. On this segment, we have 55 minutes, and I have a bunch of questions here on my iPad, and I will be asking them. These are questions based off of questions that I've seen on dev streams. I maybe creeped some Twitters, just kind of curated some stuff. We're going to talk about the new war. We're going to talk about Angels of Zeraman, and then, of course, a little bit about Dviri. But before we get into that, I said at the beginning of the stream that I might do a giveaway, and we're going to do a giveaway. We're going to do a Garuda Prime Access. She does end today. I don't know why she would end today. There's no reason why she would end today.
Nothing in
the
particular.
wings.
Nothing in
man.
particular why Garuda Prime Access would end today, but
Oh,
we're
I'm
going to
gonna
give away
get
a Garuda Prime Access. Dean is rolling. Can you guys see how tiny that text is?
That's really small.
Yeah, my glasses don't go that far. So
My
it's all
contacts do not. Although I can actually see Apex Acolyte. Am I right, Dean?
Wow.
Oh my God, Apex
said.
Acolyte. Congratulations.
To be young and have good eyes.
I mean, not young, not good eyes, so I'm just closest to the screen is all. Apex Acolyte, congratulations. You have won a Garuda Prime Access. Please whisper the Warframe Twitch channel you're watching right now with your in-game alias and the platform you play Warframe on, and we'll get you your Garuda Prime Access. Congratulations.
What does the person
All
that
right.
already have it
Are we
win?
ready for some A's to the Q's?
Same thing again.
I love it.
Let's do
Do you
it.
just,
All right, first we're going to start off with
do you
just
just
with
get to
some
keep the platinum?
general questions about your actual role and what
Yeah,
it
because
is
it's
that
plat
it
as well
means to
as
be
frame,
ADC.
slot,
So we're going to start with Pablo. And
um,
what does it mean to be a game designer?
and some icons.
You do a little bit of everything.
Rapid slot and
You kind of
ordering
go around.
slots, I
Sometimes you're
guess.
working on coming up with a new Warframe. Sometimes it's kind of looking back and
And 3
seeing,
months
recently we
boosters.
did, for example, rework of Focus, rework of Eximus, systems that have been in the game for, literally an eon. So
The dawn of time.
yeah, pretty much. Eximus have been there for 9 years untouched, right? So sometimes it's a bit about like looking back and seeing like, okay, well,
And
what
they
could we do
they
to
might as well have just
improve
left
what's
it
there?
untouched.
Sometimes it's like what is new that could be like exciting, Sometimes like looking for new ways to give new rewards for players that feel kind of new, like evolving weapons, for example, was a thing like that. So you kind of, it's a little bit all over the place. It's kind of trying to find how do you keep something that has existed for 9+ years fresh and keep it fun.
You're the fun maker.
That's the idea.
That's the hope and the dream. I love it.
Definitely.
Kaz, weapons artist.
Yeah, so we make a pretty weird game here at Warframe.
Do we? I don't know.
As I'm sure you know, our weapons and cosmetics are pretty unique in the industry. So as a result, all the people on my team are pretty weird and unique themselves and very creative people. We come up with just amazing things, and it's
I like
it's
the
new
hair, though.
every single update, every single time.
Hang on,
So
I'll
coming
stay a
up
second.
with
It's
something
almost
from
matching my
nothing,
logo.
from I guess Pablo's design direction as well, and then just going crazy with it. It's just the dream for any artist, just to
Oh,
be
yeah,
able
nice.
to just go step outside of the box so far every single time. It's fun.
I'm still waiting for like a corn launcher. I'm still waiting for the weapons I want.
Well, wait and see.
Oh my goodness, the anticipation. I do have more corn questions, but we'll wait. Matt, art director, tell me
Corn
more.
launcher.
Corn questions.
Oh,
Okay.
Matt, you're about to be introduced to
All
the
right.
world of corn.
Art director, right? It's one of those